Texas age verification law for pornography websites is going to the Supreme Court. Google's greenhouse gas emissions climbed nearly 50% in 5 years due to artificial intelligence. And Michigan is building the nation's first smart highway. It's Wednesday, July 3rd, and this is Engadget News. Texas will be the main battleground for a case about porn websites that is now headed to the Supreme Court. The Free Speech Coalition, a nonprofit group that represents the adult industry, petitioned the top court in April to review a state law that requires websites with explicit material to collect proof of users' ages. SCOTUS agreed to take on the case, challenging a previous ruling by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit as a part of its next term beginning in October. Texas was one of many states over the last year to pass this type of age verification legislation aimed at porn websites. While supporters of these bills have said they are intended to protect minors from seeing inappropriate content, their critics have called the laws an overreach that could create new privacy risks. In response to the laws, Pornhub ended its operation in those states, a move that attracted public attention to the situation. This case is one of the latest First Amendment rights questions to go before the Supreme Court. Earlier this month, the court remanded a case about social media content moderation back to lower courts and passed judgment on how closely social media companies can engage with federal officials about misinformation. Google's greenhouse gas emissions spiked by nearly 50% in the last 5 years thanks to energy-guzzling data centers required to power artificial intelligence. That's according to the company's 2024 environmental report released on Tuesday. The report, which Google releases annually, shows the company's progress towards meeting its self-proclaimed objective of becoming carbon neutral by 2030. Google released 14.3 million metric tons of carbon dioxide in 2023, which was 48% higher than in 2019 and 13% higher than a year before. Google's report spotlights the environmental impact that the explosion of artificial intelligence has had on the planet. Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Apple, and other tech companies plan to pour billions of dollars into AI. But training AI models requires enormous amounts of energy. Using AI features uses significant amounts of energy, too. Last year, researchers at AI startup Hugging Face and Carnegie Mellon University found that generating a single image using artificial intelligence can use as much energy as charging a smartphone. Analysts at Bernstein said that AI would double the rate of U.S. electricity demand growth, and total consumption could outstrip current supply in the next 2 years. Last month, Microsoft, which also pledged to go carbon negative by the end of this decade, reported that its greenhouse gas emissions had risen nearly 30% since 2020 due to the construction of data centers. Google's report said that the company's data centers were using way more water than before to stay cool as a result of expanded AI workloads. A 3-mile stretch of Interstate 94 in Michigan will be converted into America's first smart highway. Axios reports that the Alphabet-backed startup Cavnu has started constructing the smart highway as part of a new pilot project that could spur other construction projects across the country. Another project, a smart freight corridor on State Highway 130 by Austin, Texas, is also being developed. The new Smart Road is a big, long tracking system for Michigan's Department of Transportation and for drivers on the highway. The Smart Highway is designed to inform both MDOT and drivers about potential issues ahead, such as obstacles in the road, accidents, or traffic jams. It's hoped that the project will help relieve traffic congestion, prevent accidents, and help authorities provide efficient responses to roadway emergencies. The pilot program of the highway is located between Ann Arbor and Detroit. There are future plans to extend the Smart Highway to 40 miles in 6 more phases that would connect to both cities once the pilot program is complete. The smart highway works with a series of poles placed every 650 feet along the road that hold sensor pods, compute pods, and communication equipment. There are also cameras along the highway that monitor every stretch of roadway and take images that are analyzed by AI and machine learning algorithms to identify hazardous driving conditions. Alerts are sent to MDOT and drivers connected to the roadway. CAVNews says its technology can connect with any vehicle that has connectivity features. America has some catching up to do when it comes to building and implementing smart highways. Great Britain, for instance, started working on its first internet-connected road in 2014. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from senior editor Pranav Dixit and contributors Anna Washenko and Danny Gallagher, and was produced by Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back on Friday with more tech news from Engadget.